Hey guys, my name's Max, and I'm a guest here on FTM television. I'm here to talk to y'all about Transgender Remembrance Day, which is tomorrow, Sunday, November 20th, 2011. Basically, what, the Day of Remembrance is about is to remember those who didn't, make it through all the crap that was thrown at them. Um, Many committed suicide or were murdered because they either couldn't get, to a point in their life where someone would help them, or that they just weren't accepted for the person that they are. It's basically a time where, we can honor everyone who has passed, and still be able to remember them for, who they are, and how great of a person they were, even if you really didn't know them very well. What's sad about it is there are people to this day being murdered for, being transgender, because, people don't seem to understand that it's not really something anyone can choose, but everyone takes it as, oh, you can choose who you want to be, and that's not the case. Everywhere in the world, someone, is murdered for being, the person they are, or suffer from depression, or want to kill themselves because they aren't accepted. They can't fully be that person they want to be sometimes because others neglect them from that. It really gets to me when, I read stories or hear stuff about those who are trans, who were, murdered or took their life because of people who are really ignorant. They just, it's really sad. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, if only people could um, understand that everyone in this world is a human, that everyone has feelings, and no one, should feel like they're alone. It really bothers me when, you know, my trans sisters, aren't really honored as the person they are, that people always just view them as that, oh, well, that's a male, or that's just a guy dressed in woman's clothing. Um, that's really a put down, and it's really, ignorant of someone, because they don't understand or see things how um, those who are trans do, and you know they're so ignorant about it that they just you know look for any excuse to hurt someone. I recently heard about um, a girl named Krista Renee Easter, and how she committed suicide on May 13th, of 2011. She's one of the many out there who have killed themselves, and you know felt pain that you know that many others in this world have felt. She was 29 years old, and that is still very young. She had a whole life ahead of her, and um, she shouldn't have taken her life. I also want to mention, and I quote all of this, that they're direct words from Krista, and they say, "My name is Krista Renee Easter. I am a chef. I am a mother with two of the most beautiful daughters anyone can ask for. I am a veteran. I am a skier. I am a hiker, and I am a downhill mountain biker. I am all of these things and more. These are merely facets of my life. that as a whole, cooperating together, make me the woman you see standing before you. The journey to become the woman standing here today has been one filled with rough roads, joyous journeys, quizzical periods, and a world of acceptance and harmony that have previously been unknown to me. Um, she had battled depression for the last 8 years of her life, and she did finally lose that battle. Um, she was a member of the trans YouTube community, was a contributor for Transstar Galactica's YouTube channel, and was well loved by the community. And I do truly believe she deserves to be remembered, because from what I've seen and read, she's made a huge impact on, lives of people, just as many others have, and all those should be remembered too. The day before she died, she had posted a video on YouTube, um, and she left two daughters behind when she committed suicide. Um, and it's really tragic because now her daughters, will have to grow up without the love and compassion that she could have given them if she was still with us all today. No one really knows why she killed herself, um, but she deserves to be remembered just like any other trans person should. Everyone, you know, bleeds the same. They all hurt. They all feel, whether it be happiness, love, depression, sadness, laughter, whatever emotion it is, everyone feels. And many people who are trans die from whether it be murder or suicide because people label them as different, and in reality we're not different. We're people who are trying to get by, trying to be ourselves and live our lives without having to deal with others who want to go off and be ignorant and treat others like they are less of a human than they are. Not only do I want to, take the time to remember those who have passed, I also want to take the time to say that to this day many people struggle with depression and suicide because trans men and trans women are labeled different. Many of my friends have come close to suicide because they were called fake, or family had walked out on them, and to this day people just call them men when they're not. A lot of my friends who are male to female struggle every day with depression, and many times come close to suicide, or have been picked on and beat up, you know and have almost lost their lives because people find them different. They don't believe that they're really, who they say they are, and they're just, trying to get by in life, trying to just be them and be happy and be accepted. And every day, it's harder and harder for people. They struggle with no help. Even if friends try to help them, it's not enough, and it could just add on to loss of more people because others can't really, accept them for who they are and just be there and show that someone, you know, cares, and just help them out instead of treating them like they're less of a person because they're different. I myself have come close to suicide many times in my life for being different. People call me fake. They call me a she-male, a he-she. They tell me, you know, you're not a real guy. You'll never be a real guy no matter what you do. And I've been beat up. I've been, you know, shoved around, shoved into walls, you know, kicked around, punched, you know, you name it, and it's happened to me. I've struggled with it most of my life. Well, I should say all my life. When I was younger, it wasn't that much of an issue because everyone was sort of the same in a way. It really hit me in middle school, and then people started to treat me bad and, you know, call me a freak. I would get a lot of hate messages, and, you know, people would come up to me during school hours and just laugh at me and make fun of me. And, you know, even family still, you know, treats me pretty bad in the sense of they call me fake too. They tell me I'm in a phase. It's something that still does happen, and, you know, I've had, you know, a lot of stuff happen with my life, and it still does happen to many others, not just me, not just my friends. And there are many who can't handle it and finally just do give up because it's too much for them and they have no one to turn to. And it's really sad. Really, you know, take the time to remember all of those who were lost, and those who should never be forgotten. Take the time to, you know, light a candle in remembrance of every trans person that's ever been murdered or committed suicide. Because, you know, everyone deserves to be remembered and loved. And always be there to, you know, support others who struggle and go through problems. Don't ever push someone aside. You know, be someone's friend and be there, and treat them, you know, the way you would hope to be treated also. And always remember that everyone in this world deserves to live, because we're all people, and everyone deserves to have happiness.
Don't say goodbye, I'll be your friend. Turn the lights off, baby, think again. Don't say goodbye, I'll